Let's talk about finding a great dog trainer right here in Hurricane, West Virginia. The goal is simple, right? We want to help our dogs be happy, well-behaved members of our community.
I mean, that's what it's all about, isn't it? Enjoying those nice, calm walks in Valley Park, or not having to worry when you run into a neighbor on Main Street. Good training makes all those little everyday moments so much better.
So let's really think about that. What does a well-behaved dog actually look like here in our town? Well, for starters, it means your dog can walk through the neighborhood without yanking your arm off. It means they can stay focused on you at a local park, even with some distractions around. It also means vet visits are less stressful for everybody, and your dog can be polite at community events. These are totally practical and achievable things.
Okay, so first things first. Before you even start searching for a trainer, you've got to know what you're trying to accomplish. So just take a second and think about your dog. Is it a new puppy who needs to learn everything, or maybe an adult dog with a few specific quirks? What's the number one thing you'd love to work on?
Most of us are dealing with something on this list. Maybe it's just puppy manners and socialization, or perhaps you're just really tired of getting jumped on every time someone comes to the door. It could be mastering the leash for walks or tackling tougher issues like anxiety. Just knowing your goal is a huge first step.
And once you know your goal, it helps you pick the right format. Group classes are awesome for practicing focus around other dogs. But if your dog's main issue is barking like crazy at the front door, a private lesson at home makes way more sense because you're tackling the problem right where it happens. So you know what you need. Now it's time to find the right person for the job. And this is all about choosing someone who's qualified and, really importantly, humane. And this is a big one. You really want to look for trainers who use positive reinforcement. All that means is they reward the behaviors you want to see, instead of using fear or intimidation. It's not just more effective in the long run, it actually builds a much stronger, more trusting bond between you and your dog. You've probably seen them, right? That bunch of letters after a trainer's name? They can look kind of confusing, but they're actually super helpful for figuring out who knows their stuff. Let's break down a couple of the most common ones. Okay, first up, CPDTK. This is a big deal. It means the trainer has passed a serious independent exam on how dogs learn and the best ways to teach them. It's not just some fancy badge, it's your assurance that they understand the science and aren't going to use old, harmful methods on your dog.
And here's another one you might see, KPA-CTP. This tells you the trainer went through a really intensive hands-on program that's all about positive reinforcement. Seeing these letters is a great sign that the trainer is committed to a kind, science-based approach. They'll have a whole toolbox of ways to solve problems without making your dog scared or anxious.
All right, so you've found a few trainers who look promising. Now it's time to actually talk to them to see if they're the right fit for you. Here's a little checklist for that call. Ask them straight up to describe their methods. You're listening for words like positive reinforcement or reward-based. Ask how they'll create a plan specifically for your dog's needs. And of course, make sure you're clear on how they track progress and what the total costs and any cancellation policies are before you sign up. Okay, last but not least, let's cover the practical stuff. How much this all costs and the local rules every dog owner in Hurricane should know.
This chart should give you a general ballpark of what to expect in our area. As you can see, group puppy classes are usually the most affordable way to get started, while something like a board and train is a much bigger investment. Having these numbers can help you plan.
And hey, it's always smart to know the local rules. Here in Putnam County, leashes are required in public spaces, which is why practicing good leash skills is so important. A current rabies vaccine isn't just a suggestion, it's required by state law. And it's good to remember that excessive barking can actually become a nuisance issue, which is another great reason to work on training. So, you've picked a trainer, you've started the work, and now comes the fun part, putting those new skills to use and really starting to enjoy life with your dog. And that's really what it's all about. This is about so much more than just fixing a problem. You're building a confident dog who can be a happy and safe part of your daily life here in town. And we've got some perfect places to practice. Valley Park is great for working on those polite walking skills with just a few distractions. The trails at Hurricane City Park are a little quieter, so they're perfect for working on focus. And if you want a bigger challenge, Beach Fork State Park is awesome for practicing around other hikers and wildlife.
At the end of the day, investing in good training is really just investing in the partnership you have with your dog. Here's to many happy years enjoying everything together, from quiet nights at home to adventures all around town.